Woo! How's it going? Today we're playing a black screen of nothing. Come on! Yay! There it is. Together eventually. It's all so perfectly seamless and cinematically done, isn't it? Professional streamer here, ladies and gents. Let's forget to change the source. Damn it. Anyway, welcome along, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. Just adjusting some stuff, setting some stuff up, and I'll be right with you. Right. Hey, how's it going? What is going on with you guys? Here we go. See some hellos. Zoom. How you doing, buddy? Thank you very much for being first in the chat. Awesome. Boomerall, 72nd being second as well. Lovely stuff. Peter B is there. Brian is there. Daniel Hobbs is there. Still 15 minutes of chilling before the building starts. I appreciate you guys turning up and hanging out and waiting for the streams to start. That's awesome. Iron Bucket asks, anyone know if Span carried on playing Hogwarts game privately? I know he didn't stream it. Or did he stop playing completely because of lack of time? I stopped streaming it as kind of basically it's an interesting subject. I'll talk about it in a bit, but I carried on playing on my PS5 to a point. I still haven't finished the game. Just yeah. Who else we got? We got Keisberg, Lunduk Dong. It's difficult to say. Olivers, what's up there? Solid Spirit. Iron Wolf, how you doing, buddy? Iron Wolf is up. What is that? What is that, like 7 a.m. for you or something? Ridiculous, dude. Dickiness, welcome along. 6 of 8 as well. Floating Fat Man, how you doing? Dreamweaver, how you doing, buddy? Long time. Imerus, Nord, Kenneth, Whimperman is there. Hello, dude. Uncle Fungus, love that name. Awesome. How many hot dogs can this ship carry? That is a good question. I need to think about that because there's what? Like 100 hot dogs per box. So the box is like yay big. So if my calculations are correct, this ship can carry the one. Yep. Right, 288 billion hot dogs. It's a lot of hot dogs. Give or take a few million, you know. Right on time for breakfast. Hey, Chatulus. Hey, Scarly. Console? Yeah, I know, right? Hey, Merlin. Colin. What's up, dude? 42. Good answer, Whimperman. Good answer. Wish I thought of that one. All right. Welcome back to the drone carrier. Codename Dragonfly. We are probably going to rename it before we publish it, but I don't know what to. But we're sort of approaching towards the end-ish of the build. Ish. End-ish. And I've done a few bits and bobs off camera, and I'll show you that in a bit because I need to speed this creation up a little bit, really, get it ready for flinging out onto the workshop. Now, version 1.10.2 literally just dropped of the game, and they haven't made the drone launchers and stuff like that. So drones now, they can detect up to 1,000 meters now. They're much quicker. I don't know if they're more deadly, probably not. But yeah, we'll see. The point is, improvements to the drone bay, drone launchers, spawners, whatever, are already being made, as I'd hoped they would. And that initial impression of the drones when I tested it was rather underwhelming. But yeah, hopefully they will just get better and better and become something quite useful. Anyway, so the changes I've done off camera, the biggest one I suppose is lowered. So I was doing a little side profile view on it, and you had this sort of flat line here, and then it suddenly goes whoop, and then along there, and it looked a bit odd. The profile looked odd, and you can kind of still see a bit of it because I had to raise up the drone spawners and stuff and the artillery turret, but there's still, you know, that flat line there isn't quite, but a little bit of lumpiness here actually doesn't look too bad. The point is though, I trimmed all the way from about there, I trimmed a whole block height off the front of the ship there. So the turrets have been lowered down. I've reshaped the hull on top here. So still got the drone spawners there. Turrets are lower. I redid the pipes and stuff like that around there. And resat the artillery turret in and lowered the hull around here. Because I want the rounded elements here on the front here to be kind of visible from the side as well. from a distance there. And the whole front of the ship I changed as well. So it's very flat fronted. It's very brutalist kind of fronted there. So I've done a bit of sloping, asymmetrical kind of sloping off. I slapped a radar dish in the front there, which I suppose could be swapped out for a turret. We've got an underslung plasma cannon there, and we've got like another sort of sensor array deal going on the other side of it. There, I'm wondering about elongating this a little bit more, but now I think I'll keep it. It just looks a little stumpy as though, and it almost doesn't come out far enough to sort of really accentuate that asymmetry. You know what I mean? But I'm going to leave it as it is for now. It just was a sort of placeholder, and we can come back to it later. Other than that, everything is pretty much as we had it at the end of last stream. We've got a lot of texturing to do on the outside, but I have started texturing on the inside. And so we can see the hangar bay now is fully shaped, formed, and textured. And it's got a somewhat imperial look about it. With the red highlights and the red lighting against black and white walls and details and stuff like that. It's a very sort of Star Wars Imperial look, which actually, do you know what? When I started doing it, I was like, oh no, that looks Imperial. And I was like, no, in fact, that's awesome. I'm keeping it. So yeah. That happened. Now, I've also created a few maintenance access ways into the ship and into the gubbins of the ship. So first up, there's a double shutter door hatch here with a door. Then that comes into this little fake landing bay, docking bay that we have under the ship, which is literally just there for visual effects. But actually, if you're in the hangar bay, maybe you're parked here or something, and you need to quickly jump out of the ship or something, it is a quick little jump hatch. I don't know if you'll be able to jump back in afterwards, but maybe you will. Then off to one side, we've got another little access tube, and this comes up into the core area. I'm going to turn God mode off here so we can actually run around here properly. With the core area here, and we've got some nice piping, deco, and stuff like that going on in here. None of this is sort of airtight, so it's all under a maintenance switch in the control panel. If we turn that off, the doors and stuff will all lock, and that means that they don't open unless you have the switch on. They don't open when you get near them. So they stay sort of locked off, really. There's no reason to really come into this area. And then we come up here and we are above the generator that is in the hangar bay whirring away there. We can see marked out the hot zone. We've got a nice little walkway with a little view down into 4 again. And then this comes in, and I just need to finish texturing in here as well. But this is the drone bay. So we've got access to the drone bay here. But as you can see, gravity does run out about there. So very much just sort of maintenance only access. So I have done some texturing inside. Try and move this build along. We've got maintenance access onto the left side here as well, into the warp core area. So here. And I think, like I said at the end of the last stream, I try and make these sort of areas look a little bit like how I've got them in the Leviathan. You know, they're accessible. You can access the engines when they're off is the best time. Otherwise, you will roast. As you can see, my temperature is just going wild. Absolutely wild. But yeah, when maintenance access is enabled, we get the red warning light. All the doors close and the lights turn off when it's disabled. There we go. Still some texturing to do and stuff in here as well. But I've had similar progress over here on the other side as well, although this is asymmetrical, so ultimately I had to texture them both individually and separately, and we're still in progress in here as well, as we can see. And that's pretty much it. So we go up. We've still got all this section up here is untextured, but it's coming along. So what I want to do today is really finish off this deck here, and get the quarters built, med bay built and stuff like that. I took the pool out, and then we had a bit of fun with the pool with the water blocks and stuff, but I had to take it out because I didn't really have anywhere good to put the CPU extenders. So the pool is now a server room. And we got all the CPU extenders in here. Tucked away. We've still got some wood paneling left over. But yeah, the these should always be closed. Really, I don't know why I put these here. I was just having a bit of fun with it, I think. But yeah, they let air in, but I wasn't necessarily happy with them just being like a clear cut through that gap there. So I put the doors in there. They let air through, but I might lock them also behind the maintenance access switch. So we do. Oh, they are. Look, yeah, they are. That'll be why they're That'll be why they're open then, because I've already done that. All right. So yeah, we're gonna try and get this deck done today. A little bit more texturing through here as well. Ladder's a little bit like interesting to use, isn't it? But yeah, all engines accessible. The only engines I think are not accessible are these ones up here. This guy right here. The same on the other side. We got these forward down engines. We can't get to those, but the rest of them you can get to. Oh, I suppose. Yeah, you can get to those as well. Actually, you just have to kind of like squeeze yourself through that gap there, and they're down there. I put some piping down here as well because obviously you can see through the floor. So I thought I'd put something in there so it's not just like a blank hole. But yeah, there we go. Okay. So the drone carrier. Right, sorry, I have missed a ton of chat. I apologize. So Shadowweaver says, perfect timing span. I'm visiting Portugal. Currently at the beach having a steak sandwich, beer, and watching your channel, living the dream. Dude, that's friggin' awesome, man. Thank you so much for spending your holiday with me. That's amazing. How's the beach? That sounds great. Mudcorp, good day to you. See, Polyphus says, it's always easier to raise the level of drone performance than to scale it back. Good point, Polyphus. Yep. Yep, very good. That's a developer's insight, that is. Hey, Flav, how's it going, man? Good day, Spanish. Nice to see you. Survived the flu. Survived. Still recovering. I mean, my throat is only just starting to feel normal again, and it's still a little bit scratchy. My sinuses are still like congested, and it's crazy. It's crazy how long this thing's going on for. Hey Shab, morning mate. Morning already. Well, not a day I can stick around, but I figured I'd say howdy and leave a thumbs up. Looks pretty damn good, but I'll see how it turns out later. Cheers Shab, take it easy bud. No driver. Is this a combat ship or more exploration? I definitely say it's definitely more exploration. It's got a big hangar bay. It's got lots of storage, lots of production. It's got farm plots. It's not a ship you want to be sticking in harm's way, ideally. The drones are really more of a prototype defensive system. But if this ship was parked on the ground, for example, the drones would offer a good amount of protection, hopefully from other drones and such. So I would say it's more of a mobile base than anything else. Hey Tread Dane, how's it doing? How you doing, buddy? Well, welcome along. Merlin, so you got a Star Wars Imperial hangar bay and a Star Trek Borg core room. Well, the thing is with the core room, I know it's green, right? And I did it on purpose because the lights inside the core there, you can't change those. They're green, so I thought, hey, I'll just go with it. So, yeah. It's the only room in the ship that has green stuff in it, all right? It's almost like it's got an alien core, yeah? But yeah, no, I get it. I get it, it's odd, but I can't do anything about the core lights, so I'll run with it. You could upside down dock some small fighter type SVs in that fake bay, like an Imperial ship. Absolutely could, Floating Fat Man, that's a great idea. Actually, you are blocking the temperature. Is it water-cooled CPU? Keep the pool. Is it water cooling? I like it. Maintenance looks Borg-inspired. There's a lot of, there's a lot of that sort of wiring texture going on, yeah. Hey, Void Knight, good day to you, sir. Are you feeling? Did he certainly sound better? Yeah, like I just said, they're getting there. Definitely, I think killed the virus, but now the damage is being still repaired. But yeah, I'm good. Vanilla build, yes, Irvin, a vanilla build, but it will be quite easy to convert this to Reforged. Although I'll admit, in Reforged, fitting anything more than the small capacitors and chargers in here for the shields will be a stretch. Now, if you were to get rid of the drone bay, you would have all of this room here to fill with large capacitors and chargers and stuff like that. So I guess you got that choice. You got a massive hangar bay as well, but again, in Reforged, I'd say this would be a mobile base. Drone ship versus drone base, yeah. Hello, Mr. Spanch. How goes the building today? Darius, we've just started, sir, but thank you very much for joining. Just imagine that it had been slapped together by the scavengers. It could very well be a scavenger build. It's got that asymmetry, that kind of trussing and stuff all over it. It looks like two ships glued together. Thank you, Obi-Wan Shinobi. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you very much. It's always nice to hear. So, right, let's get on with stuff. Now, I have to do a fair bit of texturing today, so I do apologize to that. But I try and do a spot of building, at least, with this deck here. All right, so we want a sick bay. And I'm going to try my hardest to do some LCD stuff with this. Not much. Don't get too excited. But there will be some LCD work going in here. We want a sick bay. We want a captain's quarters. We want a first officer's quarters. Or officer's quarters. Let's just say officers. And what else can we have up here? I mean, everything like armor lockers and stuff like that I've tucked away in the hangar bay here. You can see we've got some like storage bays, and we got armor locker and repair and O2 and a wardrobe there, and then over here we've got all the advanced constructors. All the advanced constructors. By all of them I mean 4. 4 advanced constructors. Steady on. But yeah. So we don't need any of that up here. We can always access that from the P menu if we're up here in the bridge. So we got 4 rooms. I could just make 3 sets of quarters and 1 sick bay, I suppose. Not going to be a very big sick bay, but sick bay. Right. Symmetry is not on, so let's go ahead and clap some things down here. I'm going to have to really cram it in here because this isn't a big room. And maybe that's what I could do. I could just go through the wall and have a big sick bay and have 2 quarters. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to cut through the wall. We'll have a big sick bay. I always lose this one. Ooh, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Oh, Elion had fixed cut corner B as well. Which one was that? Which one? It's cut corner B. E? D? C? Yeah. Yay! Is that one? They've added it. They got a left and a right. Okay, so this is in the... Literally just came out. Scarly was just talking to me about it. All right, so they got cut B and left and right. So now, apparently, and this was something to do with mirror mode or something, I can't remember. But you've got that colors the whole side now. It's, oh, stop it. Mirror mode, isn't it? It was being silly and... okay. So if we were to put a mirror mode between the two, then do yep. That seems to work wonderfully now. Lovely. I do have to fix this though. 2 doors into sickbay. Madness, I say. Have one of these fancy double doors. There you go. Lovely. Lovely. Right, there we go. Big bay. What? 2 wardrobes. I'm gonna keep that there because that is actually quite a nice little nook to put it in, because these half walls here kind of restrict us from putting anything in those block spaces there. So that actually works quite nicely. What I might do as well is get the tech blocks here. These are quite good for like a medical base because they come with these like lab pieces and stuff like that. So we can put it like that there. Then we can have our surgical beds over here. Separated. We can have a little space now, can't we? A little bit of space. Lovely. One of the diagnostic machines there, and the other one maybe there, or something like that. And it starts to look all crowded again. Instantly. A little fridge or something. The computer desk is perhaps a little bit too much to put there. We have a little freezer. Little tank on top of it. Clean sick bay, but what I usually like to do in a sick bay is have at least one like bed somewhere, you know? Maybe what we could do is if I rotate these around, one is like that, and the other one next to it like that. They're a bit crowded together now, but one of these devices on the ceiling, the other one there is fine. You can have a bio bed. 2 bio beds. Yes! The little table in between. Still looks a bit hammed in, doesn't it? Alright, let's get rid of this little tech thing in the corner then. What we can do is have... on the ceiling. One there and one there. We're going to put you on the ceiling as well. All right, that's fine then. Okay. What is the... oh, there it is. Yeah. Alright. That was fun. Need a light? Generally, I can get away with like just one light in here. Gonna be flashing because that was the last thing I did. Yeah. One light. Range 20 meters. You can now go up to 40 meters, by the way, guys. Yeah. Go up to 40 meters. 20 is probably a little bit... 10. Turn our flashlight off. We got dark corners with 10. Go back to 20. Yeah, that'll do nicely. That'll do nicely, and then we use textures to do the rest. Right. By having one light, we're not burning a bunch of power or creating a lot of lag and stuff, frame rates, whatnot. Thank you, Jack. Good morning. We need more span ships to fly in span server. Sound like me, a untuned bass guitar, a cold, I assume. Daniel, yeah, very much so. Well, on the recovery of, but the damage is done, you know. Hey, Andreas, to take the opportunity to listen in while doing work-related learning. Oh. It's a ship where the designer looked at Scavenger Alliance, cobbled together a ship and said, hey, that works, let's make one like it, but on purpose. Polyphus, I like it. Madness. This is Sponge. I like that you just added a syllable into the middle of my name. Banjo. I like it. Checkmate. Hey, buddy. The building and the chilling. Thank you, dude. Welcome along. Iron Bucket. Use an L shape for the half block wall to create a table on one side. Normally, that would work in an SV. However, that table would be... that table ultimately would be above my head. So it doesn't quite work in the large blocks here. This one, because if I did that, yeah, you see, it would just be like, it would be more like a, you would get like a cargo shelf out of that sort of thing. You can put one of those in and then just like put some stuff on top of it, so it looks like it's storage. We could play with that idea now. Actually, we can just do that. Oh Christ, where did that go? Put one there and put one there. And then on top of it, we can't do anything because of the half blocks on the other side. But we don't need those half blocks there. We can put half blocks above, like that, thin blocks. And then maybe we can put like a couple of storage units up there, you know? Not a bad idea. I think he meant the L part on the bottom, so a lower shell. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, that would just be a tripping hazard. So much a table. It'd be something you stub your toe on. Unfortunately, it would be quite good if we had some. And I know I keep every stream I'm like this, aren't I? Oh, can we have more blocks, please? What if we use something like that? Would that make a kind of waist height, isn't it? You got this one here. Not a thin. If you had the thin on one and a thick on the other, then you could do that as shells. But I suppose these ones, you know, that's roughly the right height, but yeah. Okay. I do holograms from the ceiling, Cypher, look. Yeah, I did say I'd have a go at some LCD work today, but we'll see. We shall see what happens. Well, that's just irritating. That's how that light lines up. Right, okay. Oh, that's going to have to change, unfortunately. Oh, let's do, there we go, we'll do like that. If I do this color on these windows, unfortunately, it goes on the outside as well. So if I decide I want a different color on the outside, I am screwed. With a capital screw. I love that these glowy blocks now actually produce light. It's so good. It's like a long time waiting for that. That's obnoxious. Hey, Darkest Soul, welcome along, dude. It's going. Yeah, we're going to be trying to do a bit of building and a lot of texturing today. Not up everybody's street, I realise, but it's unfortunately a necessary part of the build process, assuming you actually want something that looks reasonably good, you know? Okay. So I might actually leave that as floor. Leave that as floor and use that one as the wall here. Just zone this off a little bit. Difficult to do a good looking like medical bay. Okay, so we should get air through, I think, that door, glass door. I think that's not airtight. Airtight true, never mind, it is airtight. Okay, so we're gonna need a ventilator in here. Ah, tell a lie. For the wardrobes. The wardrobes do. We've got air turned on. Got no air in the thing. Yeah, air comes through here. Okay, so that's good. Kenneth says, Hell Chamber may be a little walk into the room for convenience when trying to heal. Might be better to put it closer to the door. Yeah. Like it could go there and I could put the desk there maybe, but then the desk I was thinking would be like, hi, welcome to sick bay. State the nature of the medical emergency. I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding, I'm dead. Yeah. Yeah, it might be. If it was like right there. Needs more molded like something out of X-Files. Wardrobes allow air to pass through to other rooms in the ship and children through to Narnia. You really want to skimp on the power, then you need signal logic, the lights in every room. Yeah, Kira, you're absolutely right. I don't do it in every room. I generally try and do it by deck. So what I'll do is I'll put a signal here and I'll make it cover the entire deck. And then every light that's on this deck will turn on when you're in this room. And I mean, yes, you can do it for every single room, but I mean, that is going crazy. What I just had a little crazy thought in my brain mind. What about like medical cubicles? Don't know how this would work, but if I had like two medical chambers like one side by side like that. Although, and you just came into them like that, right? Then I put a little wall around them, if I can. You're using more half blocks here to cause chaos, but it was just like a little kind of stop-off point. I think, you know, if I was going to do that, I'd do it in this corner here. Do it like there. And then put the wardrobes back a second. Hang on, one of the wardrobes back. The wardrobe back. That. And then I'd use this L here. We'd probably use this guy here. Square that off. And there's obviously still a gap in the roof, but that's okay. If I got rid of that and just put a whole block there. I could still have my storage shelf. I've got at least one of the wardrobes. And now I've got something to put a bunch of piping on. Although this table now looks problematic, doesn't it? Put the table there, maybe that looks a little bit better. Freeze that up. That gives us like quick access. I can continue the pillars thing here. I can reduce this to a single control station. And we got ourselves a little quick heal. So we can come in from base and bam, we don't even need to go into sickbay. I'll keep one there in there as well because it obviously completes sickbay, doesn't it? But thought this is the Gerald design. Gerald runs sickbay. Oh god, brain mind. The redundancy is real today. Dr. Gerald said in 37 box tops to get that degree. If you go into sickbay and Gerald's in charge, then just leave, because otherwise you dead. And that gives you an opportunity to actually insert one of the a bit more red in there as well. So that actually works out quite nicely. I could get a little highlight thingy going on. Oh shit! Wow. Well, that ain't right. That whole thing, that whole motherfucker. Oh, so you fixed the freaking corner cut B bullshit, but you leave me with this crap? Oh my god. There you go. That's what we got to deal with, I guess. You know. Oh my god. Hilarious. Sickbay. Panning booth established. I'm like, what about shower? What about shower? What about toilet? What about, you know, but cleansing the radiation and the, you know, bowels? What about that? Those things. Blood splatter on the walls. We could totally do blood splatter. You just get a little bit of like, whoop, whoop. Somebody dropped a urine sample. Whoop. Someone's been cutting up things over there. Whoop. There you go. Nothing like a clean ship. Dr. Gerald would see you now. Put a shower there. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, Daniel, I'm thinking, you just take this whole... for the... that should be fine. I have to use this shower, though. Because it's got... The glass one is... pervy. Trying to work here! It ain't gonna work, is it? Right? So you gotta have that one, right? Which is fine. But then that obviously limits you otherwise, I guess. We'll put a shape here. There we go. Put a bit of a shape. I'll change that to this guy. Works a little bit better when it's cut off. And we'll put a bit of that on the roof in there, like an extractor fan. Change the tiles to short form, full form tiles. There we go. Put that up there. Does that extend the shower effect? Kind of does a little bit, doesn't it? There we go. Do a shower. There we go. The glass shower. It's the floor shower. No more duties to Gerald. The dermal burn ward. Whenever I try to make a starter CV, it ends up turning into an endgame battleship. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the trick, isn't it? Starter ships are actually really difficult to do and really difficult to do well. Yeah, they escalate quickly. The thing to do, what we can do with the starter ships is try and get everything into it as compact as possible. Make it tier 4 even, you know, make it as as a battleship, if you like, or a little combat ship, or an explorer, or whatever. I mean, I don't think you'd be able to build something like that, strip it down, and say it's a starter ship because the hull is so massive. The sheer amount of iron and titanium or whatever you'd need is beyond the starter ship. But you could still build a very compact, well-equipped ship, and then strip it down after you've built it into like a tier 2 or a tier 1 if you can manage it. And there you go, you got a starter ship you can then upgrade as you go. It works quite well. Right, let me grab some LCDs here. Let me see. Right, you can do 180 on these things, can't you? Pretty sure you can. Right, fortunately the sprite for this one already exists, but I want to do a line equal center. I might change that. Size equals 50. Usually a good place to start. Here it is. I mean, the Y offset is like -1. Okay, and the rotation 180. Oh, that's the now upside down. Wrong rotation. This rotation 180. Wait, what? How did they both rotations did the exact same thing? What the heck is that about? I'm gonna rotate it. Oh, that's right. Okay. Ain't gonna work though, is it? Because it's on the block that I need it. Damn it. 125. Gonna be floating. Yeah, it's floating. Look, I need it to exist in the same block space as where I need the LCD to go. That is what annoys me about LCDs. The thin door here is not an increment. I don't know what the increments are, but they don't seem to match with much at all. And if they do match with the door, then I wish the doors just had like built-in LCDs on them. That would be fucking awesome. Anyway, so the only way we can solve that then is to place it on the same. Might have to just get rid of like that and put a block on the other side of it. All right. So we just do the same thing. Too intrusive. Then that is... That's on the wrong side as well. Unless I move the door inside. That's not going to work either. Put the door there. Then you got to deal with these freaking creases. Now I can put an LCD there. Have it. And bingo. Pretty much. Just to get that. No, I do one on both sides, but I was just getting it right. It's always, I can totally use this on this ship, and then it continues until you're in a battle cruiser. Yeah, pretty much. I like to see if Spanish make a dropship. I've made several dropships. I mean, what do you mean by dropships, though? The Jupiter's a dropship. As in it, you know, lands on a planet, drops stuff off, and then buggers off. Or it doesn't even need to land. You can hang it in midair and just drop it from the drop hatch. You could probably get away with just one LCD doing that, but yeah. Or your tanks. Yeah, the Jupiter. The Jupiter can take the Crossfire and drop it out of the drop hatch. Biggest tank I have is the Crossfire, so if it can't drop that, it would be a rubbish dropship. Right, I need to do LCDs over here as well. Means doing something similar with this, right? Again, I'm going to have to move these doors. The inside. Fine. The necessary evil. Spanish ever rebuilt Tavera Dreadnought with a drone bay in it. Nice. Bro, help me, please. How to set day in creative mode? Oh, is it nighttime in creative mode? Yeah, so hit escape, click this little button up here, and you've got global time and speed time. You can set speed time to 0, and that will stop the days from advancing. And then you just set it to whatever time of day you want on here. It being in space here, it doesn't really matter, it's always light. But yeah, on a planet, then yeah, just escape and then debug options. Gerald's Calamity. A terrible name for a ship. Terrible name for a ship. Be ashamed of yourself. Welcome, buddy. Right, do captain's quarters then. W builds can't stop watching. Thank you, Julian. Welcome along, buddy. No one expects the Gerald Inquisition. Lot of Gerald love today. No one expects the Gerald Inquisition, but perhaps you deserve it. Where the hell do I put the bed? I was thinking maybe like sofa. Could have a sofa here and then get tiny captain's quarters. Right, with a TV. There's captain's quarters. Hey. This is great. I think you're gonna need to blast through the wall again, aren't I? I created 2 rooms that were made up of a total of 6 blocks. Let's be honest. Not even that. Not even that. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, exactly. Almost 6, 7 blocks. 7 usable blocks. It's terrible, isn't it? I'm gonna have to use both rooms again just for the captain's quarters. Otherwise, this is just not worthwhile. Otherwise, I may as well just be a freaking lowly crewman on a cargo freighter. This is just unacceptable. This is just unacceptable. Right, this guy. Here we go. Gonna have to ditch the door. What are you gonna do here? Well, I suppose I don't need that anymore, do I? I can just switch to this and have that, and then I'll have 2. Stop it. 2 wardrobes. And now I've got 3 wardrobes. I'll ditch that wardrobe. Oh no, I needed that. Need that for the LCD. Which was going to go on... Right, hang on. LCD goes there. Yeah, it's going to have to go in there. Which means... tidy that corner up a bit. Can't use that or anything like that. Fine. Alright. So actually now we can have a proper captain's quarters. Not some like little DOS room that you can't use. Okay. Captain should have his own bathroom. Ideally. I could put a shower there, but then you've got that texture to deal with. It's the same way I've got that texture to deal with over here, though. In fairness, it's the same problem. I could try and cover it up as much as possible. We'll see. I'll try and blend it in with some white texturing and stuff. It would be nice to have a vanity unit like there. Put a vanity unit there, like that. Hello, peekaboo. This isn't working out, Captain. It's far too distracting. Crazy the lengths that we go to in order to give fully equipped luxury quarters. Yeah, I would like that. Would look good looking out the window like that, yeah. But then we don't have any kind of like TV or anything, right? But we should probably have like a captain's desk or something somewhere, right? Gerald could sleep in the airlock. Spange won't name a ship Gerald. He gave up and gave the problem to Raccoona. Yep. It's Raccoon's problem now. Firstly, I like windows or glass walls. Yeah. Hey, Spange, looking forward to continuation of your beginner playthrough. Fair warning, though. As things current stand, an issue prevents completing the archive. without using God mode. That sucks. 2 block steel, lower bottom block glass. Yep. Orpheus says, well, you could just check it off in the log, but then you'd miss the loot. And more importantly, the story. Okay, fair enough. Toys and showers generally in corners. You can squeeze your character through the gap and open the archive doors that way. I did it myself a few days ago, says Daskaribit. More gaps for space rats. Old Captain has a limp desk. It's so small. Ah, don't desk shame. We don't desk shame on this channel. I don't know about that desk location. About that desk location. That way you can have visitors and they can turn around and then you can talk to them right outside the bathroom. Damn it. Why is it so hard? There's just not the right space here. Yes. That's better. Ditch the sofa. Finally. I think I'm happy with that. Spacious. Nice. Warm light. Oh, we are out in space and away, far away from Karen. I can desk shame. Shame. Door to the bathroom should be a right angle to entrance door, same as in a hotel room. Nah. Could work, in fairness. I can get that to work. I was just like, maybe the space isn't right for it, but actually I think there is enough room. So, yeah, that's why we have it the other way around, actually. Toilet, bathroom there, toilet there. Bathroom vanity can go in the corner. Oopsie daisy. Like that. And then we have a wardrobe there, but that. Noise. All right. Quite nice. Fancy captain's quarters. Yep. Missing a hot tub though, isn't it? We don't even have a... We have a block to play with underneath. Could probably create a bowl. Put a force field over it. I know the force fields don't look like water anymore, do they? They got this freaking honeycomb thing going on. Buzz, 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 buzz. Yeah. All right. Let's fancy it up even more. Right, so I create sort of zones with the carpets and stuff like that. So let's do a basic zone and blue carpet around the bed here, like that. Okay, we can keep that blue actually. Okay. That works. Then we can do like a tiled floor deal around there. Do a general purpose flooring up there. And then there's some maybe wood flooring, but I think that might be a bit much. We could do an actual carpet. Horrible. Yeah. All these carpets are horrendous. They're just horrendous. Oh my god. Alright. Marble? Got bloody patchwork of flooring, isn't it? That looks terrible. Alright, we'll just pass this through here then. Yellow. The carpets are terrible. Unless you're creating like the house of a supervillain or Count Dracula or something, you know? With that imperial feel to it. Count Spangula, yeah. It's my V Rising name, that is. Ponzi Captain's Quarters. Funny, isn't it? It started out as 4 rooms and ended up into 2. Alright, let's do some texturing on the bridge here. The shiny black floors. Oh. It's very imperialist. Starting to look ominous already, innit? I wish it wouldn't do that. Ooh, I really wish it wouldn't do that. It just sort of starts drifting off. If you're moving at the time you right click, so easy to replicate. Just move, right click. Just carries on moving. Like, stop it. Daft Spanish to you, sir. I favour open view bridges very much. The thing is like this is an offset bridge, which means one thing. It's going to trigger Laney. Great success. Hell yeah. Spandrew, thank you very much for entertaining us so much. It makes my day much better. Andrew, thank you very much. It's really nice to hear. I'm glad I'm able to entertain you today and any day or whatever. Whenever. I really appreciate that. It's always nice to hear. It'll be very dark on the inside, but quite light on the outside, I think. Elion, please add placeable dead bodies. Banj, you have not entertained me. Just balance things out. Okay, thanks, Curious Mind. There is a subtle art to texturing. You just lose sanity and call it good, really.
Lovely.
Triggering Laney is not that random, yeah. Hey, Pro Striker, thank you for the 11 months, dude. Yay, so Empyrion. Always, dude. Fantasy Graph. Hello, Spanish. Do you use the new EGS 1.10.2? Put some nice fixes, ramps, corners, and lights. Yeah, dude. Version numbers in the top left. Then 1.10.2. But here, I did actually go through some of the... They already have added dead bodies. Wait just a second. Debug menu. You didn't tell me this. D for dead. Yep, dead. Xerox. Born. Yep. They're wrong. Dead body on the bridge now. Somebody clear this up. Anybody? Clear this up. Yeah. So it's got money in it. There you go. I assume it'll despawn after a while, right? Right. Right. Guys. Have I just got a dead body in the blueprint now? Gerald on the mop. Yep. Exactly. I really should have put symmetry mode on, shouldn't I, really? That'd have been bloody sensible earlier. Never mind. I didn't think I was going to make it exactly the same, but they are somewhat asymmetrical around here. But let me just those red hollow consoles. They look great. They look really good. They can only be spawned in by spawn pads. That's a special surprise. Permanent fixture. For some reason I have a captured ship with spawners that spawns living friendly Xerax. Nice. Dead bodies make a Reaver's ship from Firefly. They just had to stick them to the hull. Right side triangle window is not coloured. Was fine. Thank you. I just got the freaking eyes. Eagle eyes. Eagle eye. I tell you. Excellent work. Gerald, body is starting to smell. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is the problem. This is an asymmetrical bit here, and it starts throwing the old symmetry mode about. And now I can relax. What's this? My OCD sensor's tingling. The Laney sensor's tingling, John. Flamethrower? Doggy? What? What? What did I miss? What are you talking about? Right, turn the flashlight off. God mode. Have a little look-see. We definitely do with some lighting around right here, I think. Just, I mean, what kind of light do we have? I'm gonna go with the orange, which makes everything look a bit brown and weird. Red. I mean, that definitely enhances the sense of death. Death coming. Harrisburg! Oh no, it's just the light, I think. It is just the light. I was about to Darth Vader you. You have failed me for the last time, Commander. Admiral, whatever. Right. Let me try just like regular white light. It makes it look less foreboding. What do you think, chat? More or less foreboding? What if it was the grey? Sort of dulls it a little bit, but it also provides enough light for it to work. I would say the grey almost looks perfectly Imperial. Like, it's not too light. It's not dark. Grey light. There you go. We could fit so many NPCs up here. It's brilliant. I fell. So I'm trying to blend that in with the tiling, but I think I might just embrace the tiled look, you know? The only problem is it doesn't line up. Yeah. We're just going to have a bit of obscure tiling on the bridge. Try not to question it. Try not to worry about it. Everything's fine. Don't worry. A nice little medical chamber there. Good. The other thing that annoys me, I say the only thing, one of the other things, of many things that annoy me, just clarify that a little bit, all the freaking lights, the emissions, immersives and stuff like that. Emissives, that's the word. The lights on these f***ing consoles you can't change. They're always this teal blue color. So if I wanted like red controls to match my red holograms, I've just got this conflict going on. Damn, this is a sweet ride. Thank you very much, Galactic Survivalist. Appreciate you. Nice name as well. A fan, perhaps. Right, I would like a different type of flooring to start here. I might sort of try to brighten it up a little bit as we progress towards the back. What I can do here as well, put some like informational graphic things. We've got one over there. We'll put one under here. Maybe quite like the bench coffee table setup. And we're walking around here without any flashlight on so that we can get a sense of the lighting in here. No, that works okay. And then the roof here, I mean, I'm using this sort of dull white color because I suspect the outer hull is going to be kind of light grays and whites and light grays and stuff. Kind of like an Imperial Star Destroyer. You know? Just a little bit. A smidge of Star Destroyer. Oh yeah, we need to do this LCD here, don't we? Have we got a thing for captain's quarters? We got like officers' quarters, I remember that, don't we? Yeah, hydroponics, officers' quarters, pilots' quarters. Ugh. No captains though. We'll have to make our own captain's quarters. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Never an interruption. What you got? What you got? Oh, is that what that is? Oh, lunchtime.
So we're gonna eat instead.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we'll see if that food is fabulous.
Yeah. Nice. Have fun. Sorry. Minor child intermission. How's little Spangeling? She has got her first tooth. We noticed it today. I don't know if it came through like yesterday or this morning or whatever. We noticed it today. He has a little toothy tooth. But yeah, she's cute and adorable. And we love it a bit. And she's doing great. She's doing really well at nursery as well, which is awesome. It's always what you wanna hear. Officers' quarters. My favorite type of LCD. It's basically pre-made. Funny as it is, look. What's that? What is on my head? Yeah. Daddy's got funny things on his head. I don't want to overdo it. But at the same time, like, you know, I do want these little hints, these little accents of red, these little reminders, these little, oh, screw you, man. That's this one as well, isn't it? Not even the double. If it was a double, I think with a double you can get one side of it which is texturable, and is that a hull breach? No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. You can get obviously the other side then. Oh, you son of a bitch. To actually break for nobody on the back of the ship of the workshop. Nice. We go. Did you see Spaniards hold the Muna change? That's super wholesome. Damn straight. My little girl gets the best side of me. Hopefully, always. Never apologize for being a daddy. Why is it officers only get quarters? Why not whole dollars? Hate texturing nonsense. Yes, it sucks. Sorry. It's necessary though. I don't want to be extra. Spange, I don't want to be extra. Also, Spange, I'm going to be extra. Only other fathers would get that. It's cool. Got 3 boys. Nice. The dad jokes. They burn! 2 in their 20s. Oh, damn. Nice. 18, 12, and 8. Got a small army. Right, there we go. Okay, so now, in theory... Stop being a turd. No, this one's being a turd. Oh yeah, because I rotated that other one, but... Not this one. Warm little underlights. Like a hint of civility. A hint of... Maybe everything will be fine. Maybe you won't get executed for... You know, just trying to do your duty. Maybe. With those ones there, I might actually cover those ones up there like that. And do like that. Do the seams. Do the seams. Ah! We've got a bit of asymmetry going on through this corridor, which is mostly symmetrical. 2 girls here, 17 and 19. You want to talk about extra? Damn. Oh. That must be challenging. Let's say. I'm going to make this symmetrical actually over the other side there. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to blank that out and let's see what we can do with this. Stop it. Let's see, we can do something. Stop it. Trying to rotate the damn select the blocks and it's trying to change the blocks that I got selected. Simple. That's not going to work over there, though, is it? Oops. Oh. It didn't save the LCDs. No! It didn't save the LCDs! Wipe them. God! Son of a bastard. Convert to new mode. What the hell? Yes. Wow, didn't it just revert the LCD, but then it did weird stuff to it. Oh, man. I gotta do this again. Size equals 5. 50. There we go. There we go. Right. Shenanigans. Shenanigans. Just do that. There we go. Just do that. That'll be fine. There we go. Disaster averted. Problem over. Moving on. All systems go. Huzzah. Oh, you guys all talking about your family lambs. That's nice. Wholesome dudes. I love it. You guys are awesome. That's why I save different versions of the build at different stages of building. It's a good idea. Yeah. Or it took 5 minutes. It's fine. But yeah, if that was a little more complicated LCD, I'd be pissed. Joy's just gone 6 months. Will I still be enjoying content when he's grown up? I hope so. I hope so too, Stock. I hope so too. Also congrats as well. Spange is willing to doing LCDs. What universe did I land in? Yeah, no, simple LCDs. Like, that's fine. Wait, what happened to the Captain's Quarter LCD that I put here? Did I delete that as well? Holy crap. I think I did, didn't I? Because I did the on the other side. Oh boy. Sprite. Different sprite. There we go. Get through this asymmetrical mess, and then we're into more asymmetry. It never ends! It never ends. Ha 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 ha. Lots of space to sit around and not do much around here, isn't there? Danger, this is a force choke zone. So how do you like building asymmetrical builds? Oh, I love them. Yeah, they're great. They are far more interesting than building your normal builds. Don't get me wrong, I mean, each one of them's got their place. I'm not going to shy away from asymmetry because it's harder, you know, or it has these challenges. If anything, these challenges make it a little bit more interesting to build. After how much time I've been building, a little bit of challenge like that, even though it might be like exclaiming frustration, it's more a frustration at myself because it's like, I know better. I know better. I shouldn't be doing these silly little things, you know? So, yeah, no, it's great. Good. My belt is inspiration. Thank you, Nightfire. Asymmetric gets bonus laney triggering. I built Velcro wall for timeouts, and my kids learn if they jump off the bed at the wall. It was fun. So much for that punishment. Velcro wall is a Velcro wall though. Is that basically the equivalent of just a cage? You know, it's like you're restricting their movement. Your punishment is restricting their movement. Sounds a bit dicey, I gotta be honest. I'm not 100% sure about that one. You might want to double check the legalities before disclosing more information. Just go with be careful. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Let's go a bit of a little bit of texturing over here. Like that's cool, that works. A little bit of warming. Wait, what? There we go. Looks more like it. Retina, yes, that definitely starting to feel better. Thank you very much. The damage is slowly being repaired. I kicked the virus maybe like a few days ago, but the damage it had inflicted has taken me this long to kind of repair, really. So, but yeah, getting there, definitely. A little stage for the drag show, because that's what we're doing now. What? I have no idea what the context of that is. Free cat, but all right, go with it. It's only problematic if they can't get out at all, or if it's a ceiling rather than a wall. Oh man. Oh, right on a burner. Feel better, dude. Yeah. Speedy recovery. This recovery is just such a freaking slog, man. It really is. Absolute slog. A slogathon. Slogathon. Oh. Cheeky. I've got quite a complicated ceiling going on up here, so trying to decide like how best to texture that, and we're gonna have the light color from the glass here, which is going to complicate things, but I can maybe dull it down with some standard steel gray colors. Now the problem with these, like I find, is that there's no real texture that works well with them. Like, that one works okay. The gray sort of what do you call that? Sort of paneled, riveted block, I suppose, because it was a riveted, isn't it? Yes. Works quite well. Very few other textures work well in that space. Yeah, a tricky one. I always like putting my lights on this one here, though. I put the motion sensors on that as well. It looks good. And then we've gone from this light color to sort of duller gray, and then to the gray, and now we can start going back to darker colors if we want to. We're going to inject some red here. That works quite nicely. These are a texture I very rarely use, which is that one there. Like, the further you make it back to the go back in the ship, the more kind of industrial it looks, doesn't it? This flat texture here almost looks like it's out of place. Thank you so much. I will say this one has been milder than when I was getting it as a kid. That was rough. I don't have a sore throat, but for a while there was some serious pain on the left side. Oh shit. That's not good. It's scary. Scary, especially as a kid. I mean, it's scary as an adult as well, but as a wee whippersnapper. Not fun. Quite busy, isn't it? It's very busy, that ceiling. Texturing is definitely one of the dullest parts of a build, without a doubt. But it is, in my opinion, so very necessary as well. Without it, you just got grey box. Did they make the drones better? Yep, we've had an update today with improvements to the drone's speed and range. I'm hoping to see a little bit more firepower and variance from them as well. I'd like to be able to make different types of drone eventually. Like, you know, anti-shield drone or anti-drone drone. You know what I mean? The ship can be pretty, but once its walls well textured, it can just become amazing. Yeah. Gotta be done. Unfortunately. But you don't want to be sitting here watching me texture all day, so I will probably finish this top deck here, which is what I set out to do today anyway. When we're nearly there. I mean, you know, we got this corner to do here. With the garden bit and a little bit of the maintenance area to do, and then we are pretty much good to go. I'm actually going to take them. I'm going to make them red. I got a similar thing down in the hangar bay. I'll show you guys the hangar bay in a second. Those of you that have been here from the start, you obviously saw the hangar bay already, but everybody else that's joined later or recently, maybe you'd like to see it as well. Definitely got a decent Imperial sort of vibe going through this ship though, and I'm digging it. I am digging it. Right, so grey plot gun is there. Machinery is done. We've got the main central corridor done, apart from the ceiling here needs to be done. Go ahead and do that. Flashlight off. Let's have a look at the lighting. I'll try something real quick. Yeah, man, I think that's better. The sort of the warm light is good. I think in a quarters setting where you've got a bit of luxury, where you got some relaxation going on, but then having it as an accent through the main corridor here, just distracting. It didn't look right. Changing it to white to match the rest of the lighting there all worked better, I think. It's a little dark in these corners here. And it's very dark over here. So let's see if we can add an offset there. What we got? That doesn't look like it's doing much. Spotlight 120, intensity 2, range 20 meters. We're going to have that to 40 meters. That should bleed through now to... not bleeding very much at all, actually, is it? Yeah, that works out quite nicely. Alright. Let's put one here. Doesn't need to be 40 meters, that could just be 10. Yeah, these are all grey lights, so they don't increase the lighting very much at all. They increase it enough that it doesn't look dark there anymore, but not like crazy well lit. No light breed with shadow set to low or high. I think I got mine set to low. Shadow. Oh, shadow quality is on ultra. Never mind. Actually, yeah, I did crank everything up to ultra, I think. Cranked everything up to high, I think. It was, yeah, everything's on best, basically. The depth of field. Oh, hi. Oh. I don't know. Oh shit. Sorry guys. Oh my god. Right. This happened. Sorry guys. Was I getting the audio notifications? I was just so zoned out I didn't even bloody see it. Right, sorry, I got some thank yous to do. Curious Mind, thank you very much for $5. 20 minutes ago. Sorry. Cover the ship build, stay for the wholesome hallmark moment, dude. Thank you very much. I appreciate your $5, man. I appreciate it. Sorry. Nightfire, so sorry, like 15 minutes ago. Thank you very much for the $10. Here's some money for baby diapers or booze, whichever is needed more. Nightfire, thank you so much. That's really cool. Sorry, it took me 15 minutes to see that one. And again, Nightfire, another $10. 3 minutes ago, here's some baby diaper money. Feel free to refund one of those if if you want to. Take two. Thank you again. So thank you very much for the $20, dude. I appreciate you. Sorry it took me so long. Red-Eyed Sniper, thank you for the 29 months of being a Spanish Knight, a member over on YouTube. You're missing red on the left side of the one door. Thank you, dude. I'll check that out in a second. And Arjun, just now, $10. Dude, thank you very much. Good morning, Smanj. Can't stick around. Got to head to work. I'll watch. We'll catch this later. Take it easy, brother. Arjun, thank you for popping in and just mic dropping $10 like that, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, dear. I'm so sorry, guys. It takes me ages sometimes to spanch like anyone. Nope. Hey, you all. Professional streamer. Yay. Right. I don't know what happened there. I just completely zoned into texturing. Any of the audio notifications that came through, apparently I just blanked. Completely blanked. So sorry. Yeah, if that does happen, by all means, badger me in the chat. More likely to see that if I'm zoned out. Right, sorry guys. I think we're back on track now then. Anyway, right, so there's a couple of maintenance paths on the side, and as you can see, I've textured this one already. But the other side is not. So let's quickly do this one, and then I think we're done for the texturing for the day. We can move on. I don't know what we're going to move on to, but we'll move on to something not texturing. I quite like the whole white, then red, then white. Ew. Don't know why. Feel kind of like warning vibes to it, I guess. I don't know. I can leave the engines untextured here because just I want to texture them from the outside. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. There's nothing like a good applewood smoked brisket. Oh, you bastards. You over there talking about food. You absolute animals. Hmm? I tell you, if you build a build, you're doing a build, right? and you're thinking about making an engineering bay that's accessible, don't bother. Just bury it. Because then you don't have to texture it. Ah! Oh, that's radical. Good luck getting to that. Right. The maintenance man always curses the architecture. Bacon? Now you're talking about bacon? You monsters. It always amazes me how fast Spange is with switching textures and blocks, etc. When you got 5,000 hours of building ships, he'll be as quick as I am. Moody maintenance tunnel. There we go. Top section here is done. On the inside, at least. Looking at the inside of this ship, you're like, oh yeah, that looks nice. And then you look at the outside and you're like, what the f happened? It's got red eyes, look. Red glowing eyes. Oh. So this is the hangar bay, for those of you that missed it. I did this off camera a little while ago. There's still some work to do. There's some sort of rounded blocks through these glass panels and stuff that I haven't done yet. Kind of needed them to do them from the outside, I think. And then this is done, basically. But yeah, I was messing around with color schemes and decided on a color scheme for this ship, basically. And I put the red on, and I was like, oh, God, that looks too imperial. Now it looks like the inside of a imperial ship, you know? And then I was like, that's freaking cool, actually. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. So yeah, I need to do the signal logic back here as well, so that the light turns on, the doors open when you get close to it. But the interior is almost completely done now, I think. There's a little bit of texturing, like just to do through one of the maintenance tunnels up here, for example. A little bit of texturing to do in the drone bay. Core access and stuff. This is all just superficial access and stuff like that. It isn't necessary, really. Hangar bay. Access into the shield array and stuff like that. Dark in these areas. Just need some texture work here as well. So I need to go through with a bit of a fine tooth comb, really, and finish that off. But yeah, we can start texturing the outside now. And it will be good. It'll be good. Or should we turn Spanish with the next food-wise? I might make pizza tonight. You guys have got me thinking about it. Not pizza specifically, about food. But I'm like, if I had to choose like a signature dish, like what would be my signature dish? Be my homemade pizzas. They're freaking awesome. Truly traditional. Well, the only thing I say traditional, the traditional Italian style is in they're like super thin, crispy, with sort of lightish toppings and stuff like that. But we do it in an electric oven. We don't have a wood fire or anything. If I had a wood fire oven, that'd be awesome. I'd do it in that. That'd be sweet. Yeah. All right, guys. I mentioned on one of my videos a while ago that I've neglected like combat SVs for quite some time in the vanilla game. I noticed the other day 4 untextured blocks in a POI I made that's been live for over a year. It sucks, doesn't it? It's like, God damn it! Published something on the workshop, and then I looked at it, and it's like, crap, I missed that. Avocado toasted and mango with my tea. That's delightful. Lovely. Very healthy. Pancakes, says Kevin. Love pancakes. Made them this morning, actually. I made them for wife and child. I made banana pancakes. Banana pancakes. Wait, what? More texture? No. No, I'm gonna take this ship offline now and finish it off camera. So the external texturing will be a bit of a surprise when it appears in the workshop for you guys. Yeah. She's pretty much done. As you see her now. I think, to be honest, what I'm going to do is a bit of a hybrid texture job where you've got kind of smooth lines and sort of consistent texturing up here. And then at the front, it's going to be a bit of a mess. Not a mess, but like a little bit more industrial, I suppose. Because you've got a lot of piping and trussing and stuff around the actual drone bay and whatnot. But coming soon, TM. A Stargate inspired front. I see what you mean. Yeah, the sloping here and this dish does look quite similar to the front of either the Daedalus class or Prometheus. I can't remember. But yeah, the front of those ships has a very sort of 45-degree angled slope with some inset like greebling and whatnot. So I see what you mean about that bit there. Definitely, maybe inspired. Let's just say it is. What's the ship called? At the moment, I've got it down as a Dragonfly, but I'm gonna probably change the name to something else. You're welcome to suggest names in the chat. by all means, suggest names in the chat. I will. I can always use name suggestions. But let's see if we could build a new SV with what time we've got left here today. A new combat SV for vanilla. Interesting. I haven't built really. Like I said, I neglected the SV category for quite some time now, really. So I have a little look see. I think the last vanilla combat SV that I did was probably the Nighthawk. The Nighthawk is this chappy here. Let's go over here a bit. It's a decent ship. 4 missile launchers, 4 GATs. Vermilion did a version of it that was way better. Bastard. It was just nicer. I was like, F you, Vermilion, yeah. Then before that was the Mark II Fate. So we got a Mark II Reaver's Fate that has... This thing is just enormous, though. It's so freaking heavy. This is 6 missile launchers. No, sorry, scrap that. It's got 8 on that side, 6 in the front. Many missile launchers. But yeah, I mean, it's a very old build. Very old. It's huge. It's too expensive. It's chunky. It doesn't perform well. It's a bit silly. So other than that, I did the Charger, but this is a reforged Eden build, so it's not specifically for vanilla, but I think it does work. 40,000 on the old CPU. It's tier 3. It's got 435 meters a second acceleration. Thanks to vanilla stuff, but only 4 degrees a second of roll. 1 left, run right. Yeah, because it's a straight line thing. But the roll that's way worse than it is in Reforged, I swear. So I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, clearly there's weirdness translating that from Reforged to vanilla. This is a good build though, the Charger. It's a very straight line, hit and run fighter. The Mercury, which is very much a reforged build. So, I mean, that's red for vanilla, so can't even turn that in. The Buzzard, which is kind of like not really a combat ship, I suppose. You know, like a little... You can definitely combat with it. It's got 6 rocket launchers, for Christ's sake, but yeah. More utilitarian than specifically combat, but again, it's a good build. Raven's a good name. Hey, no fire again with the $2, dude. Thank you very much. ISS Tempest, maybe the Swarm ship names. I like them. Tempest is good. It goes well with the Tornado and the Cyclone SVs that I've got. One of which is available to patrons. HMS St. George. He's basically an aircraft carrier. Nice. Raven, Eagle. I've got an Eagle already. Gerald's Revenge. Well, we'll see you later, lads. Keep it real and all that. Take it easy, Nightfire. Thanks, dude. I appreciate the donations today as well. You've been super generous. Thank you very much. Voyager 1 and 2. Hey, Jackie. Dan Osprey. Not quite. So yeah, we definitely need something like a proper good main combat SV that we can basically say is the shits, is the absolute dog's bollocks of combat SVs. The only ship you need to kill things. And it all starts here. All right. Start with armored cockpits then. We are going to want decent amount of... In vanilla, we've got a lot more options than in Reforged. In Reforged, you have to make difficult decisions between, like, firepower and, like, directional thrusters and stuff like that, if you want to keep CPU down low. But I think, you know, we'll just go straight for tier 4 in this one. And vanilla, that just gives us so many options for thrusters and weapons. There's one type of shield. There's only those weapons to choose from. Plasma's probably going to be my choice. We're going to go a heavy plasma gunship. Plasma gunship. In my brain hole, I'm thinking I really like the raised weapon systems of the gunship here. Like the weapons being this high up is really nice, because when you're like here, you can just sort of peek over things. You peek over a rock or whatever and just unleash rockets. So I wonder about doing something with quite high wings. The Ravager out of Guardians of the Galaxy got quite a high wings. So it's got the turbines in them and stuff like that, hasn't it? It might work for Reforged Galaxy 2 as well, because a lot of the missile pods are underslung under wings, so that should be quite good for that. Anyway, so do we go with a fixed cockpit, or do we build an interior? Interiors generally mean the build size goes through the roof. We are on vanilla, so it doesn't really matter. The only thing with vanilla is obviously that blocks count towards CPU, but I don't think we're ever going to get anywhere near it, right? So we can go for an internal cockpit. If we have an internal cockpit, then we can do some funky stuff with glass. The Hive, Squall, Tsunami, Queen Bee, Shredder, Intrepid, Condor. Buzzard? Yeah, that's my SV is the Buzzard. Boris, I came to you with greetings to tell you that the sun has risen, that it's a hot light, that the sheets fluttered. Okay, welcome, Boris. You're a little strange, aren't you? Yeah? Yeah. TV name, Hormet's Nest, lots of stinging drones. Queen Bee, yeah. Just finished my fighter gunship, called it Striker Mark 1, just full of rockets. If you don't need an interior, don't make one, yeah. How about naming after a family member, maybe a great-grandmother or father? Something a bit different. The HMS Doreen. After my grandmother. He just wanted to say hello, darling. Oh, cuddles. Oh, she's getting upset. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Does that follow? It follows. Maybe. Mini sponge needs attention. Yeah. Emergency interlude required. Mini sponge. Because I wasn't going up and saying hello to her. She was getting upset. Like, why? Why won't you say hello to me? HMS Cuddles. What is he building now? Where's the carrier? Carrier's over there. We got bored of texturing, dude. We do something else. In the short, we got a board of texturing and we want to do something else. There we go. Okay. I know I don't need to do an interior, but I'm going to do an interior. Okay, right. This is probably a bad place to start an SV design, but that's interesting, isn't it? I wonder if I do it that way around. Let's just throw some blocks down and see what happens. HMS Smash like Earth Force Fighter SA-26 Thunderbolt Star Fury from Babylon 5. HMS Legion. Legion's good. There's a Legionnaire running around. There's a colonist ship though, isn't it? Bill and Amanda, thank you for the $2. Morning. Good morning to you. He made a choice to curl up in the corner of the couch. His way of saying, I don't want to. What? No appointment, no score, and I gave him a choice and a consequence. Oh, yeah, nice. But he's still talking about Famalam and stuff. Awesome. With the new drone main, can you make the drones that get used, or are they generic? You can make them. I think you manufacture them yourself, but they are like one type, you know? Like one type of drone. And that's it. There's no variety yet. A lot of glass. There is a... There it is. In block equivalent of that. And there it is. Now then, I'm going to draw out some blocks here just to try and get an idea of scaling and how big to make this thing. But try not to pay too much attention to the shape. Oh, just drag the blocks out, you bastard. Stop doing that. I'm dragging a line out. Place the freaking line. Why are you coming back to just one block? Freaking thing. And dropship from aliens. Nice, that'd be cool. It really does look like a dragonfly. It will go well with the dragonfly then. Yeah. Right, okay. So yeah, you got the high set wings. The general sort of shape that I'm thinking of, right? With a slick back kind of tail that goes up gradually. With a boarding ramp at the back that comes down that way. Engines in the sides here, front and reverse, sideways under the wings as well. Then small down thrusters, maybe a couple of large lift thrusters there as well. Generators and stuff like that tucked in the sides as well, around with the corridor straight down the middle. And then weapon systems mounted on top of and underneath the wings. Lots of visibility at the front. Right. That's general overall scale and shape of what I try to go for. Now we try and actually make it happen. Okay, so I think generally speaking on SVs, your mediums are generally good enough for most things. But I guess see if we can get some larges in there as well. And maybe use the L2s for maneuvering thrusters, right? So backwards, forwards, everything else, I guess. The mediums are pretty useful because they're quite tight, a little, aren't they? All right. So I want a kind of a rounded fuselage type thing that then slopes back in somewhat and then rounds again at the bottom. What I'm gonna have to do here is probably yeah, there's gonna be a gap here anyway. I think, you know, there's no escaping that, I don't think, but yeah, let's maybe put that there and start it there. That will, oops, let's bring that back. We'll bring that back to about there and then draw a line across. Not being a P word. We've got a 3-wide gap there, which is irritating. Let me just reduce this down and I'll make a 2-wide gap. And then that will fit a medium nicely. Fit a medium in there. We might be able to like maybe flap a couple of larges on top of it, so we got like a little tray thing going on. Maybe spice this up a little bit, actually, using some of the different angled shapes and stuff like that to give it some trussing kind of look. But let's start to slope this down. Do it gently or do it aggressively? Do it gently. Hey, Nightfire. Welcome back, buddy. Right. So, and then we curve that back off and seal that back up again. Currently building out a hardened steel here, but just for the front of the ship. There we go. We got some reverse engines. We can blend that with some kind of like structure into the wings. I wish we had thin versions of that where we could do like a superstructure type thing, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Some aerodynamics. Something. Might even just leave that for now and maybe come back to it another time. Right, we've got a bit of a conflict here because I got this window, but we got this block. I think it's a bit of a hull breach. Crap. You're right, of course. How could it be so careless, huh? Missed the start of this. We're making a prettier version of the SAS Warthog. Outrageous. Outrageous. Now we're in SV mode now. Would like a combat SV. Is what I'm trying to go for here. Even if it does have a pair of boobs on the front. Longer side pieces, maybe. Yeah, it's more boobs. At least they look natural. Yeah. Oh, natural. Always natural in the Spanish build. for an idea actually on how to make it look less like boobs. Not that we'd ever want such a thing. I would like that, but I'm not sure how I can work that into the block shaping. This, because there isn't like a half version of this. I can put that underneath it, like that, and then that squares it off, right? But then there's just got this weird block here. If there was a thin version of this, that would be amazing. But nay. Nay! It's utterly useless. So I have to do an angle, boy. So I can get a thin version of that. HMS butt lift. Looking at it top down slightly reminds me of a ghost. Nice. I like it. Ellen would say it needs to be pointier, please. As a wise man once said, Elia Blaze Vect. Yeah. HMS Secret. Keep them booms so it could be the HMS knockers. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. My plan is working. Hey Kiki, how's it doing, bud? Oh my god, yeah, Space Ghost. Space Ghost! Space Ghost! Wait, hang on. There it is. Okay, so a couple of gatty boys. Well, I say a couple. Actually, we've got 2 block gaps there, 2 block gaps there. Irritating. We do have a 3 at the top there, so we can leave at least 1 turret, unless you put the turret further out. Turrets on the top. Turret on the top, I think, is less important because the turrets are good at defending the ship when it's on the ground. So you put the turret there, okay? Got a little gap on the top there. Still think it looks like a juggernaut. Juggernaut. Yeah, I can you can get behind that. I can live with that. That's cool. Juggernaut ready. Swish. All right, so we need some kind of depth and stuff going on here because at the moment we're very flat on top and flat ships make boring ships. So let's get a bit of variety. Variety going on here. Here we go. Here we go. Bit of lumpiness. Nothing wrong with a bit of lumpiness, right? Curves. Everybody loves curves. Right? Don't discriminate against curves. Because everybody loves curves. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Alright, at this point of the ship, I'm like, I should probably switch to, like, steel now. Front of the ship to what gets shot. New ship who dis. Looks like a stingray. I like that. Stingray's good. Yeah. I have a Ray in my repertoire already. The old Ray Tracer. Good boat, that. Very good vanilla combat ship. Very, very good vanilla combat ship, that one. All right. Drone Reaper. If that is the combat CV, there's like that word is flying backwards. Well. That's what I'd like the enemy to think as well. That is exactly what I'd like the enemy to think. That ship's going backwards. Ha! Idiots. Ah, what did you attack? I don't know. How could this happen? You know, something like that. All right, railguns. Oh, hi. A snipey, right? Snipey railguns. Oh, hi. Who was that? Hello. Hold on. Pixel Chaos, dude, thank you very much for being a hero level member for 22 months. That is very nice. Thank you very much, sir. You're most generous and kind. I appreciate you. The only maneuver you need to do is lazily list to the left. Yes! I might actually sink those railguns in a block. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know. My only problem is like how to, you know, blend them in a bit, you know, so to the hull. But if I did, take those out as well. I did this. They're still high. They're still set high up, and I can easily blend them into the hull. Rarely see jubblies of that caliber. Exactly. I do have an idea maybe how to de-jubbly them, but it will obstruct the view. Still, the view straightforward would be fine. It's just the view left and right that would look a bit weird. But there'll be like reinforcing braces, I guess. That's what I'd hope they'd look like anyway. Make 'em machine gun jubblies. Oh, behave. My railguns are up here. We want the Xerox too busy staring at the job, Liz. But like headlights right there. Call it the distractor. Right then. Okay. Let's see if we can get some wings on this thing, shall we? Modular boys. Modulars. We're going to have to get rid of all of this. You are unfortunately going to be in the way, chaps. So, be gone. Good boys. Right then. Straight, delta, delta, swept, large. That's a little too swept for my liking. Straight it is. Tapered, nah, straight. Not sure these are actually going to work with this build, you know, it's just not like thick enough. Which is odd, because, you know, usually you want your wings to be fairly compact, don't you? Fairly lightweight and whatnot. Double them like an old style prop plane. The gunship areola. Nice. I like it. They just don't look quite big enough to do what I want. I might stick with blocks for now and then put the wings, maybe like a couple of wing tips on the end, but I know it's always difficult to connect the wing parts together. With blocks, they don't really line up very well. So rigid, isn't it? It's so like straight, right angle, rigidiness. It'd be great if they just swept back ever so slightly or down ever so slightly, you know? The only way to get that kind of curve or slope progression is to taper it, like jaggedy. It just looks terrible. At the same time, that looks terrible. So, what do you do? Then that goes down, doesn't it? So, yeah. no way to progress that. Is there? There isn't that half block shaping that doesn't taper off downwards. You got a magazine for that? Femme fatale. Lure them in with the drugs and then murder them. And you need more magazines. Okay. The siren, yeah. Siren. I like it. I shouldn't, but I do. Don't forget the ammo box. My God. Oh, thank you, Nick Fish. Runestar, I think I'm going to follow as well. That's like 2 hours ago, sorry. Hey, buddy. Thanks for sticking with me all this time without me saying thank you very much. Right. Designs like this make me wish for wings that collapse and extend. Yes. I do wish for VTOL engines as well. I was thinking about it the other day. It's like, right, well, yeah, especially in Reforged, like engines cost so much CPU. Wouldn't it be nice if you could use the same engines for forward as up, or backwards as up? If they rotated like VTOL engines. I'm not asking for pistons and gears and stuff like that. I'm asking for a fixed set block which can swivel, basically. And the way they would do it is basic, very basic bitch way, is that they would contribute both to forward thrust and lift thrust. And then the animation would essentially toggle between up and down, or like a Harrier, yeah, depending on what control you're using. So if you're going forward, obviously, then the engines would be forward. If you then start engaging the lift, they would then swivel to the left. If you're using both, they would sit in a diagonal 45-degree angle, you know? And if they make the block bounding box as big as it needs to be to encompass the full animation, then I'd be happy with that. You know? The thing is, there's like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you're rotating engines and stuff. We could have full pistons and stuff. Elion will never add pistons and rotors. They've already said that. They unequivocally said they're never going to do it. Right? It just causes too much of a headache. So I see this as kind of like a poor man's solution to having that nice little split thruster. Yeah. That'd be lovely. That would be lovely. I would enjoy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a bit of venting in this wing. Make it look lightweight and not just a solid mass. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I might undo it later. Blup, blup, blup. Blup, 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 blup. Let me do it in reverse. Yeah. Blup, blup, blup. Let me do it maybe one more time. I'll keep it for now and see if it grows on me. So using hardened steel blocks, but giving the impression of a very lightweight sort of craft here with all the venting and stuff. And the casings around the engine look like muzzle brakes. Awesome. This game is all mouse and keyboard as it works. ED just Elite Dangerous isn't designed for keyboard and mouse. Really? Gull wing design, up at diagonal first, then over and down. Yeah, maybe I could maybe chop the wing off at this point here, perhaps, and then do a downward facing wing, a downward slope. It might look alright. It's difficult to tell. was that? That's so that would have to be, wow, that would have to be at that point there. Well, we can try it. There's always undo. I really wish the ways that the wings connected to blocks was thicker, so it actually lined up with the edge of the blocks. They just need to like manipulate the shape a bit so that it actually lines up to the top of the block, you know, and then you wouldn't have this ridiculous lip. So the only thing I can think to do that to fix that is to like put a block like this in, and then you put that in, and you're like, and then you get the lip on this side as well. It just doesn't line up with anything. So either get a block that looks too big for it, or a block that doesn't look big enough for it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it needs to have a standard thickness base. You just need a little bit more effort to line up assets with blocks and stuff like that. They do with the engines as well. They got these beautiful looking engine assets that have just these gaps. So, and there's no child blocks to these jet thrusters. There's no like connecting them to internal blocks without these gaps down the side and things like that. But triggering. So at the moment I'm trying to like use the jet engines, almost expose them as much as possible, because like I said, they're very good looking assets, very good looking blocks. Hiding them away and stuff just seems a bit silly almost, you know? Use them to enhance your build's appearance, but you do have to connect them to the ship. And then that's when you start running into problems, because they don't line up with the blocks right. And that's at mediums. It is large, yeah. You know? Hey, Sicko, thank you for the €5. Did I miss something? In 20 minutes I was gone, or is this another ship? Yes, are you gonna make AM or servers tutorial? You have one server on your server, no clue how it works. Oh, the auto miners, the orbital auto miners. To be honest, yeah, I turned that on because somebody requested them. I don't know how they work. They're all chatbot commands. It's all chatbot commands. So I think you basically just type in AM colon. So just open the chat, type AM colon question mark like that, and it should give you all the context of how to use the auto miner. And then I think I set up so that you can basically buy an auto miner at tier 1. You feed it drill charges. You have to have drill charges on you to use it. And then it basically just goes away and it mines some resources over time, and then you go back and check it. You could empty it, refuel it, and then you can upgrade it for more money and upgrade it for more money all the way up to level 10. And the higher the level, the more resources it digs out, basically. In a nutshell. But yeah, AM question mark should give you all the information you need. Should. Yeah, should being the operative word. Yeah. Love that word should, don't we, guys? It's a good one. So yeah, I want these engines to be quite exposed. Oh yeah, sorry, this is another build. Yeah, yeah. I have moved on to an SV. I did say in one of my videos recently that I have neglected the SV arena, the SV builds of late. So I wanted to have a go at a new SV build, and here it is. This is what we're doing. That should be steel. Let's switch to steel now rather than hardened. Hardened steel's alright at the front of the ship. You know, you can take a hit or two if the shields drop and you're being careless. You want a bit of hardened steel. The glass is 150 hit points. The blocks are 125. So, you know, your glass is actually more armored than, well, 200 steel, I think. For a full block's 200, isn't it? Yeah. 200 hit points for a whole block, 150 for the armored glass, so it's not too bad. So you can definitely take a hit or two maybe on the nose if you're not paying attention to the shield situation all that thoroughly. Right, we do need some landing gears actually. Let's go, landing gears. E1s? How low are we going to go? Well, we've got that hull there. Oh, we do want to go 2 blocks down, don't we? So with the engines here, obviously they don't play nicely with the whole blocks in terms of they don't really like line up. So what I'm trying to do there is create floating connectors here, so that I'm not trying to make it connect. You know, if anything, I'm trying to make it look like the engines are sort of bolted in, and I don't know that they can be almost removed. Maybe I might put some pipes here, like fuel lines and stuff, or whatnot. You know. So that we can basically follow the main hull here around. I'll do a little enclosure around it at the end there. Orc design philosophy. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Kel, thank you for the $5. Hey, Spange, what's the chance of you and the crew trying Baldur's Gate 3? It might not be the crew. Thinking about it, it's such a massive RPG. Do it any justice. Apparently it's got 100 hours main storyline. 100 hours? Even at streams that are 5 hours long. We were to do one twice a week. We ain't breaking that RPG. Not before everybody gets bored of it, you know? So, from what I understand, Lainey is got her and the girls are doing a series on it. So, I don't want to be like, hey, Lainey, let's do a Chaos Crew Baldur's Gate stream as well, because basically she'll just be playing it all the time, and that'll kill it for her. I don't want to ruin it. Or, you know, her to feel like she's obligated in any way to have to play it with us. So, I might do it with a different group of people, basically. Rather than the crew. See if I find some volunteers. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice to play something else. It's always nice to play something else. So I'm definitely up for giving it a go. I've never played a Baldur's Gate series, I'll admit. So I've never played 1 or 2. I know Blighted has. Blighted's well into it. So I know he'll be up for it. So I could ask him to join my team, and I'm sure he would. And I think Iron Wolf is up for it as well. But Iron Wolf, he can't afford it, so you know he's just like like a $50 game or something ridiculous. It's crazy. Maybe even more than that. I can't remember. But then part of me sees it as an opportunity to like maybe meet some new people. You know? You need to see other people, you know? Maybe we meet some other people, get to play in some games with them or something, you know? So I guess in a nutshell, I'm undecided at the moment on what the hell to do about the whole Baldur's Gate thing. Big release though. Big release. At 125 gig, it's going to be huge. Maybe you can find some big time YouTubers to play with. Maybe I'm off. Maybe. Need to give it some thought. Come up with a plan. Will is streaming 3 to 4 days straight starting tomorrow to get a jump on it. Really crap. Hey, Flak Jacket, welcome along. Do you plan on playing Falling Frontier? Yeah, I've got that on my wish list as well. It's ridiculous though, isn't it? The number of games that are coming out this year. Oh my god, I just, yeah. It's crazy. It is gonna be difficult to keep up with them, I gotta say. This is a big old SV, isn't it? I mean, this is the intention all along. Fully planned, 100% visualized. No surprises. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, BG3 and Starfield almost at the same time. It's a conspiracy to monopolize our game time. Has anyone seen the new trailer for Atlas Fallen? If so, what do they think about it? Not seen that one, I must admit. Slipped by on that one, but I mean, there are so many. There are so many. I can't keep track. I certainly can't cope. Is Armored Core on PC? Yeah, there's another one. Armored Core. Yeah, it's on PC. I'm not sure if I've got capacity for another mech game. I'm too in love with MechWarrior 5, despite what happened in the last stream. Despite what happened on Monday's stream. Not sure I could betray Mech 5. Like, you know? Hey, JD. Man, I need more money. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're in the same boat as many people on that one. Many people. trying to up my game. You're kicking ass, I am. Don't worry about it. It was me that was getting freaking crit killed. I assume that's what you're talking about, of course. But, oh, God. What a night. What a night that was. I got so bored playing COD. It's not the same battle royale. It's just uninteresting to me. So how if the 12 terabyte relevant, you're going to play games off spinning Rust. Just FYI, I have an NVMe boot, also plus 2 terabytes SSDs and some other terabytes. My entire system is solid state. It's gotta be gaming rig. Gotta be. The only reason I think I don't have any spinny disks on mine, all solid state. The only reason I'd have a spinny disk is maybe like media storage that doesn't need to have that high access speed. And I have like 2 of my drives dedicated to recording and editing and stuff like that. But then that's also because when you start then rendering a video, having an SSD helps the render speed because it also helps the editor while you're editing because it's constantly scrubbing through that media like in real time. If it's not on an SSD, it's just slowing down your editing, you know? So, yeah. SSDs, man. It'll be done. Gotta be done. I like that. That kind of that sloped look in there. I might make some glowies in there. I might make it look awesome. SSDs are pretty inexpensive these days. I picked up a 2 terabyte one for $90 just a week or so ago. There you go, Chris. Spinning Rust is fine, just takes longer to load the game. Yeah. It works, but depends, you know, what you need. What you need for speed is. For me, it's pretty important that I have that speed. This SV is actually quite taking shape quite quickly, really, isn't it? Hey, Dustin. It looks like a typical Matter Ray Vermilion build. Oh man, you know how to cut deep, dude. Seriously. Wow. Typical Vermilion build. Seriously. Oh my god. Wow. I should just go and delete my channel, I guess. The shame. The shame. Yeah, F it. That looks weird. Giving off 40k Valkyrie revives. I like that, Merlin. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Nice, that's good. It starts making noise and it'll soon time to change them. Yeah. Paint it yellow and call it Big Bird. Yeah, Homeworld 3 is back to February 24. Yep. Call it the Manta Ray and top it off. Kind of looks like one. Well, I might have Ray in the name. Like, I got a Ray looking ray tracer is one of mine. That started coming out looking like a ray of some sort, and then I just freaking went with it, you know. I just actually created mandibles on the front, yeah, as well. So there's the ray tracer. Good little fighty ship, that. Fighty ship. Got that forward firepower profile. So a similar sort of thing to what I'm trying to do here. Obviously SVs are always forward firing, aren't they? Because they got like one turret. So you've got the top mounted railguns there. I'm going to have plasma cannons. I was going to have them underslung under the wings. Underslung plasmas. I think about how to do that now, actually. Got me on the subject. Blazzies. Fantastic weapon on vanilla. Really, really nice. They're going to conflict with the thrusters. I mean, the thrusters, I don't never ever play with blocked thrusters, don't work or anything like that, but I know some players that do. What if I'd lowered them by a block, though? I had like 1, 2, 3 plasma cannons loaded up like that. And maybe not even the inner one, maybe like that. 3 blazzies under the wings like that, right? And then what we can do, pipe them up like that, connected. Looks kind of sick. What about changing this out to like something like this? Yeah. I know this is going to mess about with the old. What I just said about the thrusters and all that, but. Who keeps fucking calling me? Seriously. You a pissing message. Probably a recruitment agency. You looking for work? No. I kicked that habit a while ago. I'll pick it up again. Now this thing looks mean. 6 plasma cannons. Put 2 curved pieces at the back of the guns, going also to the wings. Like pipes, you mean? I feel like the back side should probably be more abrupt though. Less important for it to be aerodynamic, isn't it? Pew, 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 mother ducker. Take it easy, Dustin. Anyway, you can go buy a 1 terabyte SSD for only a bit more than a BG3, so if you could afford one, there you go, get it done. Get it done. Get on it. Alright. We should probably try and fit, before we do much more of the shaping and the inside here, warp drive, pentaxid tank, and shield generators in here. Warp drive is going to have to be off on one side, so we're going to have a bit of asymmetry going on somewhere around there. Fine, why is this? Oh, that's a thruster, that's why. They'll do it. About these guys, that's a thruster as well. I'm just ruining everything, aren't I? I kind of like the idea of the warp drive being at the top of the back here, because 3 blocks high is how high the room needs to be. So 1, 2, 3. And bearing in mind that you ain't going to be walking around near there, right? You're going to be entering around about here. So, and the ramp is going to be at the... You're going to be ramping up. If we put ramps underneath this, like there, for example, and these might just be placeholder blocks for the time being. Maybe they need to be those ones. I have to test this, of course. Gravity switched off. Let's say, you know, entrance to the ship is here. That's 1, 2. The ramp. Ramp. So the door goes down a block. Let's go down 2 blocks because the landing gears are going to be a block. So we've got gravity here. We do have gravity here, thanks to the ray tracer there. Yeah, there you go. Hey. There we go. Warp drive in the back. That is out of the way. Lovely. I might use hardened steel around this, to be fair. That would probably be a good idea, considering its volatility. Nobody likes getting backdoored. One, two, three. And that's the roof. 1, 2, 3. And that's the roof. Hey, presto. Got ourselves our way in. Nice. So the shield generator then, that can go pretty much anywhere. That's fairly nice and compact. In fact, that might even be something we can stick on the roof as well. Necessarily right at the door, but perhaps one block up from it, like that. And then the pentaxid drive. Tank, rather. You can go second anywhere, because it's basically the same as a fuel tank, so we don't need to put that in there. Not an awkward shape. There we go. Alright, so we got loads of room in here for generators and fuel tanks and ammo boxes and a bit of cargo storage. Current performance wise, we're looking at 192 meters per second forward, so that's instantly max speed. 30 degrees roll, 33 pitch, 48 degrees yaw. They're good now. Problem is, I add more weight to this thing, more devices and stuff like that, they're going to decline quite significantly, so we may need to look at the thruster layout, particularly up and down. See if we can spread them out at all, maybe supplement them somehow to add a little bit more torque. We may need to resort to RCSs, which is fine. We should have the CPU for RCS if we get to that point. CPU 57,000 with all the plasma cannons, warp drives and shield generators in. So we got 100,000 tops at tier 4. We should be fine to add some RCSs into this. Is this inspired by the Razor Crest? No, not really. I mean, I see what you mean with the ramp at the back here, I guess. No, I didn't have the Razor Crest in mind at all when I started building this thing. I might have had boobs on the mind, you know? Might have had boobs. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll get a constructor in there. Constructor's not too bad. In vanilla, the SV constructor is 2000 CPU. So, yeah, not a huge deal. Yeah, so if we need to add RCSs, then so be it, I think. Then they've gone down in cost as well quite significantly, 450 CPU each, so low torque. We got gonna have tier 2 RCSs on SVs, do we? Oh, hello. Damaged. What's the point of that? Player spawn plate SV thin. Cool. Right, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately I have run out of time today. I'm gonna have to go and leave you. But it's been good hanging out with you, and it's been good chatting with you as well. I hope you've enjoyed the chilling and the building today. Like I said, the Dragonfly or whatever it's going to end up being called here will be on the workshop as soon as I finish texturing the outside of it. But it's good. The inside is pretty much done now. And we made some excellent progress on this today. I really like the moodiness of the interior of this ship. Just got such an imperial look to it. It's awesome. I like it. I hope you guys do as well. But yeah, thank you for joining me today, guys. Thank you so much for all the wonderful donations, the memberships, the subs, the resubs, the follows, everything in between. You guys have all, as always, been awesome. And thank you for chatting with me, and thank you for hanging with me. I'll be back Friday. Chaos Crew is back with some more 7 Days to Die. Building the new Horde base. The Cube, yeah. That's what we're doing, isn't it? Trying to build the Cube Horde base. It'd be interesting. It's more of a question of whether our current horde base is going to survive long enough for that to actually get into service, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Enjoy whatever you're playing, and I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Thank you again. Have a good one.